Why isn't anybody talking about this palette? Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm gonna create my first look and share my first impressions with you on my brand new palette, the Tarte Big Ego palette. I couldn't pass up the Macy's sale. This palette was on sale on the Macy's website about a week or two ago for about $35. So I decided to add to cart and check it out. So here we are. Today I'm gonna create a look with the palette. Ooh, look at this beautiful packaging. This is really beautiful. I'm sorry for the reflection of the window. I do film in natural light in front of a very large picture window. So, yeah, sometimes that's good and sometimes it's not so good. Anyways, the packaging is very reflective, as you can see. Hi, there you are. Anyway, I love the color of the packaging. Let's look at the actual palette. I did that. Let's see what damage we did. None. We did no damage. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so the palette is intact. Let's look at the palette. It's really shiny. I feel like it's a really beautiful color story. And we all know that Tarte does warm tones really well and pinks really well. But what intrigued me was this down here. This right in here. This is what really spoke to me about this palette. So today I want to play with some of those shades. I've already got my eyes primed and ready to go. I am doing this new thing where I don't bring my eye base all the way up to my brow so that it just looks a little bit more natural on the top. I don't really know if it's a good or a bad. Sorry for the squeaky chair. I don't really know if it's a good or a bad thing, but I want to see what this, it looks more warm on the camera. Yeah, I'm going to take this like mauve shade here. I'm using a Rephr 16, which is rather large for me, but let's just see what happens. I think this is the Amazonian clay formula, but I'm not 100% sure. I did see it advertised that way on some website. With my baby girl. On some website, but I didn't see it advertised that way on the Tarte website. So now I'm not so sure. At the time that I ordered it, I thought it was the Amazonian clay formula. So let's hope that I don't have any kind of a reaction to this palette. If I do, I'm gonna have to just take this back because I'm not just gonna eat two palettes like that. Okay, so yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I had a little bit of a reaction to the Tarte Maneater Nightfall palette, sadly. I recently posted a video with that palette. If you missed it, I'll link that in the eye and down in the description box. Be sure to check that out when this video is over if you want. But yeah, I don't know. I don't normally have a reaction to Tarte palettes, so that caught me a little off guard. Okay. It's a nice soft color. Oh, so looking closely, I see that the entire bottom row is sparkly or shimmery. So this one here looks like it might be a matte with shimmers, which I'm not a huge fan of. But all the others look like shimmers. So that kind of changes what I was planning on doing with the eyelids. So I think I'm gonna build up the outer corner with this dark matte here. I can't see the name of it. Anyway, this one right here, this dark one. It's kind of like a blue-gray taupe. It's like a deep slate. Taking that on a Rephr 13. feel like that color is really patchy. And it's not trying to blend real well with this Rephr 13, which is a little surprising because this one I don't usually have a problem with. It's usually like a great brush. Let's try this Sigma E27. Same shade. This one should work. Yeah, much better. I love this brush so much. Okay, so that did a lot better with this brush. Let's just start off with this one since now we know. This other eye might turn out a lot better because now we're gonna have a good brush from the start. Like the right brush, like the right brush. The Rephr 13 is a good brush. All right. I think we're starting to get somewhere with this. And I don't seem to be having a reaction so far. So fingers crossed, everything will be great. Okay. Can't tell if that's fallout or my freckles. I think it's my freckles. I'm gonna use this shader here for the next shade. And I'm gonna use this really beautiful shimmery shade. It looks a lot more blue on the viewfinder to me, but it's more of like a purple hue, like a deep midnight purple. It's beautiful. Looks really pretty. I forgot to photograph this palette, like as brand new. All right, here we go. Ooh, that's really deep and dark. That reminds me actually of one of my Pat McGrath shades from one of the motherships. Wow, that's beautiful. Holy moly. I struggle to get it rounded the same to try to make it look like my lid instead of faking it through my hood. Like my mini hood. I don't have super hooded eyes yet, but they're getting there. I have little hoods so far. Okay, that's a really, really dark, smoky look, but it's pretty. All right. Next, I'm going to use some glitter glue because I don't want to chance anything sparking off, like flaking off into my eye. And because I want to use as much of my product up as possible. So I'm going to just do that here on the inner corner and right along the edge of that purple. Then I'm going to go into this kind of bright shade here. It looks brighter on the camera. It's got like a shift. You see that? It's got, yeah, that's duochromy. I'm going to see what it looks like. Whoa. I'm not going to spray it because there's no need to spray it with the NYX glitter glue. Okay, so maybe that's more of like a topper shade because it looks a lot better on the purple, but it's okay. It's not bad. It's just, I expected it to be more, like to have more of a base. Oh, there it goes. It's starting. Yeah, I feel like it's better on a deeper color. Okay. Let me put some glitter glue on the other eye and let's try to get that going again. The shade is more subtle than I thought it was going to be by looking at it in the pan, but it is still really pretty. And it seems to build up nicely. Okay, so that was using the brush. I'm going to see now. I just want to see what, I want to see what it does with my pinky before my glitter glue dries on both eyes. Whoa. Okay, that, that was a lot different. There's a lot more impact with the fingers. So let me do that over here. Wow. That is huge difference. I don't really know if you're getting the full effect on the camera, but it's really, really beautiful in person. It's like, it's definitely giving me reminiscence of some Pat McGrath effects. So this is definitely competing with, this palette here, I feel like is competing with Indie Shadows, Pat McGrath, in a Tarte formula. So far I'm really, really glad that I picked this palette up. I'm gonna take a shader brush. I'm gonna take this kind of brown taupe shade. This brush might be too big for my particular low lash line, but I wanna try to create like a larger bottom. So let's just go with it. Really, really pretty. I'm gonna take this little bitty shader brush back into that really, really dark matte on the, that I used on the upper outer edge. And I'm just gonna smoke that back out and kind of mix it with the bottom a little bit. Oops, wrong shade. Oh my God, I just went to the wrong one. Do that so much. Wow. That's Tarte, you guys. I'm gonna take a clean Singe Beauty blender just here along the top. Wow. Do you see this eye look? I'm so surprised. I'm gonna take this little detailed shader brush from Urban Decay. I feel like this is gonna be the best inner corner right here, either of these two, but I wanna see what this one does on the inner corner. So let's try it. It might be too dark, but I just wanna see. Ooh, that's really glittery. I might not wanna do that. I'm gonna spray it. Here we go. Just gonna put it down here. I think it is, oh. Wow, I picked up another round. That is such a pretty shade. It is a little bit too dark for right there, in my opinion. I mean, it's kind of fun. I want a brighter, whiter shade there, but that pink, that's this one right here. That pink shade looks so beautiful. I want to see what it does here. I'm going to just pile it on. Oh my God. Wow, did we see how beautiful it is? I think it's not doing it any justice on screen, but I'm gonna put that, I'm gonna do that same thing to the other eye. Try to just replicate the look, and then I'll bring in something brighter. Do we see that pretty pink? I love that. That's like a fun, unexpected pop of pink. The only reason I'm not going to leave it like that is because that wasn't the look I was going for. Like, I wasn't trying to get a pink inner corner. I was just trying to get a super, super light shimmer, but that's so beautiful. Oh my God. All right. I'm gonna end up bringing in something else right there on the inner corner. But oh, that pink is stunning. Look at that shade. Holy moly. Dude, this is literally like mainstream is stepping up their formula to compete with the indie brands. And this way, you know what you're getting from a brand instead of like taking a gamble on a small company. Who knows? Like, I like sticking with brands that I know. Okay, I'm going to use this little flat shader from Real Techniques. And I'm going to use this white bright shade for the inner corner, which I knew was probably going to be the best one. This looks like it has a, hold on, this might not be white. It looks like it has a peachy undertone. So this still might be too dark for my inner corner, but let's just see. Yeah, too dark still. It's peachy. It is really shimmery though. Okay, so I'm getting a highlighted effect. It's just not the like whiteness that I wanted. Let's see if let me take a, excuse me, I'm very full. I just finished eating. Pardon me. Let's just take a look and see if I feel like I need to do anything else. It actually is kind of nice like this without being white, but I really would like a little bit of brightening there in the front. So let me find something that I can do that with. I'm going to take this JH shader into this cream colored satin on the edge of the top row. That one's really powdery. I'm going to spray this one just so I can try to get the most impact out of it to cover up this pink. Normally, if I hadn't put a bunch of other colors there, I would have just left it alone and dry. But I really needed to like punch up to try to offset this pink that I did here. Because by this point, I've already put so many colors there that like who even knows what's happening. All right. I really, really do like the way that looks. I want to put something on the lower lash line in the front. I want to see what this does. This is probably not the best place to put it, especially on my particular eye shade, but I want to see what it looks like there. So I'm going to. I think it's a creamy shade because nothing flaked off when I tapped it off. I am going to spray it though. Where was I going to put this? Right here. Just a little bit darker than I thought, but it does just tie the two colors together, like from the top to the bottom. I don't really think that that's really letting that shadow shine. I mean, I did know it probably wasn't going to look that great there. Just because it's my eye shape, I don't have a lot of room for light to sparkle onto it. So a shadow has to be really light and bright in order, like on its own, in order for it to provide lightness for me right there. I feel like that's really dark. We'll try that another time on its own and let it shine. But I think that's going to be it. I would like to put something kind of bright there. Maybe this silver. Let's just see. No. I already have too much stuff there, so we're going to leave it like that. Just add a little bit because I've got some now on that side. Okay, here's the finished eyeshadow look for my very first time to play with this palette. Let's take a good look at it real quick. That's eyeshadow alone. Let's take a look at it with eyeliner and mascara and see how it all pulls together. Okay, here's the finished eye look. Let's take a good look at it. Here's what I finished it off with. My About Face shadow stick in the waterline, my Urban Decay black kohl pencil in the upper waterline, and some Bad Gal Bang on the lashes, just a coat. Didn't curl my lashes or anything. And yeah, that's it. I feel like this look could use a little bit more of a bold lip. I currently just have lip gloss on, no lip liner or anything else. So let's add a fun lip. Let's go in with this bright pink from About Face Beauty. I feel like that'll help make the pink in the eye look really pop. This is scented. Kind of smells like a Jolly Rancher or something. I'm not sure. Something nostalgic. And yummy. Not so yummy that I want to eat my lips, but pretty yummy. There's the finished look with a hot pink lip from About Face Beauty. Here's the final look for my first time to play with the Tarte Big Ego eyeshadow palette. I had to read the name, I forgot for a minute. Yeah, so this is what my palette looks like now that I've played with it one time. Let me count and see how many shades I played with today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I played with 10 shades, believe it or not. And I wasn't like trying to go all out or anything. I wanted to just create a fun, pretty look and see how some of these shades worked. So I really love the way it turned out. I feel really fun and colorful in this look. And yeah, I'm so glad I got this palette, especially on sale. Tip to you, if you live in the US or anywhere that Macy's is able to ship to, keep an eye on their beauty sales. Every now and then they put different palettes on sale. So if you've had your eye on a palette, don't forget to check out the Macy's site for some sale options. Yeah, so I'm so glad that I picked this palette up. I love the color story. I'm looking forward to playing with it some more, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Now I want to hear your thoughts on the palette. What do you think about this palette? Why isn't anybody talking about this palette? I feel like people are trying to ignore the fact that mainstream brands have really stepped up their game to compete with the hype, in my opinion, of indie brands. So I'm really, really happy to see this kind of punchy color and payoff from Tarte. Tarte's really been surprising me lately with some of their palettes, and so have some of the other mainstream brands that I've loved for a long time. So yeah, I'm really happy to have this palette. Let me know, have you picked up this palette? Do you want this palette? Have you like no interest in this palette? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to know. So share your thoughts with me down below in the comment section. I look forward to reading your thoughts there. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so much. And make sure you're subscribed. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.